Welcome back to the Forest Challenge map Floor is Lava Challenge for episode 6 with me, Mr. Sealy P. Ladies and gentlemen, here on the Forestry Challenge or Forest Challenge map, my Floor is Lava series, things are developing. According to this, we're going to get some more snow. I hope we do. That'll be absolutely amazing. I have been busy, as you can imagine, as I often am, and I have been. Let's go to the map. I've been plotting out the edges of our domain. I've got to go a bit further out that way, and I'm going to show you what I've been doing. I've sorted out a new rig, a new setup, using those warehouses, those mobile warehouses. It works really well. So I've been going round, show you. The sun is light, although it is sort of dark on the ground, so I'm going to go with it. I'm going to walk up the track. I'm not allowed on the ground, remember. And find, where's my edge? I've lost my edge. Farm dog's trying to find the path as well. I've gone the wrong way, that's why. It's up here. I've still got a track there. Don't worry, I'm not walking on the ground. We're all right. Here's my little turning. Right, so if we come up here, you can see I've got a gap through the trees. I've been following the track up. Say following the track. I've been making the track as I go and then cutting the trees alongside. And I'll show you how I've been doing that in a moment. Then bung a left and follow it along. And as you can see, we've got a gap. So that gap now goes all the way along there, all the way along there. That bit, I went just a little bit outside our boundary. So I came in a little bit just to make sure I knew where I was going. I've headed out to here. Now my original, when I sort of did this originally, I came out and along, across the top of the hill, but actually our plot goes right the way out to the edge. So what we're in the process of doing, or I'm in the process of doing, is heading out this way. Now the reason for finding my boundaries is that I know I can do any logging I want in between all of that, and when I get to a gap, like a fire break really in the trees, when I get to a gap, when I get to a fire break, I know that's our boundary. So I can cut everything within that. Now my only concern at the moment is I don't know if I cut everything within the boundaries of the land that we've got and run my 3 productions, whether I can earn enough money to buy the next plot of land. I don't know if I can. So that's a concern. I hope we can, but we should have enough trees. Now, alongside that, actually, you know what I can do while we're here? Let's grab that and bring it back. I've got them scattered all over the place. But when I worked on my new method, like I say, I'll show my new method in a minute. So when I said about the warehouses distributing, I've got 2 of these mini warehouses now. That one is full, and I had that set to distributing. And I said I thought things get distributed out at different rates, and here's the problem I've got. I've got 3 facilities all requiring wood. So I set it on distributing. It put a tiny amount here, it put a tiny amount there, and it put everything else there. Which when I had when I had 30-something thousand litres, it wasn't the end of the world. I filled that container, which holds 200,000 litres. It put about 1,000 there, 1,000 there. The other 190-something thousand went here. So it's not splitting it equally. Now, admittedly, that won't take 190,000. It's only 99,000 full. And that one's only 30,000 full. So it won't do that. But I was hoping, as the lumber starts to work its way down, it would put more of an even split, but it doesn't. So as it stands at the moment, my facility over here, my carpentry, we've now got 170,000 litres. We've got wood chips running. The other thing as well is that distributing is great. Like I say, it has its drawbacks. It's a fantastic thing. I think the positives outweigh the negatives. But if I need to do wood chips, I need trees. So I'm still been bringing trees back. I've been bringing them back whole. I've been chopping them in half when I get here and piling them up, so I can put stuff through the wood chipper. That's what I'm sort of at the point now where I'm doing. So today's sales. Now the other thing I noticed, and I don't know why, this was originally just doing planks, and when I set that one off to do our pellets from wood chip and furniture, I thought, oh, I'll set this off from doing furniture. I was getting 6 plank pallets a day, or a month, however you look at it. I've got 2. with one waiting to come out, and I haven't got a furniture yet. So just putting the furniture on seems to have slowed everything else down, which surprised me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the furniture back off, because I'm getting furniture from the other one. I'd rather have more planks than every now and again getting a furniture out of this. Yeah. So I'm going to turn that back off. I know I kind of wasted a bit there, because I haven't got a full pallet yet, but something's awry. So what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to sell these. I'm going to take my box over to the other bits, because these are the ones I can't sell using that container. And I'm going to get my next piece of equipment. Now my next piece of equipment should be a bit of a multi-tool, but that also comes with a drawback. In that, at the moment, I've got this set up so I can run that front mulcher, that forestry mulcher on it. The next piece of equipment I want to get, and again you've probably seen it from the thumbnail already, because it's wider, I can't mulch as I go. So I'm considering whether or not to keep hold of this to do my mulching as I go. Either I need to have a look in the store to see. I was looking for a CSZ adapter so I could have an adapter and still run my mulcher, but I'd still think the mulcher's not wide enough. So I'm not sure really what to do for best. Like I say, there's ideas are forming. The other facility that runs a lot faster, the wood pellet one, we've got a load there, so it should bump our money up quite considerably. So it'll be a case of buying the next thing I want to get and utilising it as best I can. I'm still going to show you how I've been doing this up to this point, because I may well now reconfigure or change my way of harvesting. I might not. I might decide, you know what, it works really well. So what I'm going to do is drop this off, and we'll drop the weight off, because I don't need the weight for the other bit I've been doing. I do when I'm picking up pallets, if I'm picking up whole trees, if I'm doing stuff like that. But the other bits I don't. So let's put that there, engine off, do that. The sun will come. I say the sun will come up. I say that it could snow before the sun comes up actually. Right, let's get these done. I'm curious to see what we get from that other facility, because that one's going to be the money spinner for the time being. And that's what I've said before, on any map where I've done forestry and any map where you do anything really, it's that progression. It's building up. Should we get another pallet come out? Will we? Always come back for it if it. There we go. So that I started off with this facility, then moved on to that facility to get enough money to get the next bits, and then my next progression was that facility, which has now ramped everything up a little bit. And you'll see now when we start to sell all this stuff, hopefully the price is still good on these. Should give us enough to buy everything we need actually. We've got a lot of pallets, we've got a lot of furniture, and that's why I've turned the furniture off at the other one. Let's get the rest of them out. Come on, there's supposed to be loads in there. There we go. Actually, I'm saying that. What we're earning from this, if I fill it up, say fill it up, because this is running very efficiently and the prices are pretty good at the moment, we might actually be all right for buying the next plot of land. I was very concerned we wouldn't be able to do it. I still have that problem though. We go to our map. In that, to get to that plot there, so I can start farming, I've got to buy 2 plots, and then to get that one, buy that one. Well, actually, I don't need to buy 2, do I? That one and that one, or that one and that one. That one is over $1 million, and that one there's 942 grand. So 942 grand, but then the amount of lumber I'll get off that, and that's much bigger than this plot. To run that facility, and then I can buy that one for 760. Yeah, we should be all right, and then we're good to go. Just another 400 hours of gameplay on and off camera, and we should get there. This was only ever intended to be a kind of a short, limited run series, but I'm kind of addicted to it, and I have to do it in amongst everything else. So when I've got time amongst mod reviews, map tours, let's plays, that kind of stuff. But I didn't realise just how much furniture that had produced. I definitely need to get more lumber into that then. So actually, I'm not too concerned now. I might set this other warehouse off to distributing now, because I'll come back to that in a moment. I'm going to set it to distributing. So this one here at the moment is full. If we go down to our productions, you will see that one there, 199, well, just under. It's not quite, but nearly there. So if I set that now to distributing on the hour, that will put a little bit to my other ones, but it's going to put the majority of it out to that. But in all honesty, that's good. The other one I've got up at my where I'm doing my work. That's on 44,000 litres. So I'm just chugging away. I'm filling them up. When one fills up, I was just putting it to one side. I thought I could have 2 or 3 of these. It wouldn't matter. Fill them up and away we go. So 203 grand. I think we've got enough to do the next step. But we've still got a load more of this that we can sell. So I'm going to sell the rest of these bits, and then we will move on to our next bit of equipment. Okay, with all that sold, I'll say with all that sold, because we're on ×5, it's just constantly chugging away, so we're going to get more and more stuff appearing. But we are here somewhere. I've lost it. I've lost me way. There we go. I don't think. Let's have a look at used vehicles, actually. No. I mean, I could. That's not what I was intending to buy. When am I going to get a chance to get one? Again, this is another one. This was not in the plan. Oh. Oh, the harvester head adds a bit on, doesn't it? Takes up to need 200,000. But that's, oh man. I'd need nice wide paths for that. Oh man, what am I going to do? This was not in the plan yet. This was not intended. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm going to kick myself. I know I am. Nope. Nope, I'm not. Be strong. Be strong. Don't give in. Give in to the dark side. Now, there's a whole load here, but I'm going to go for the Merlot. I'm going for the Merlot because we can have it with a rear trailer hitch, which is great anyway. I think I'm going to put it on... Actually, no, I'm not going to go for wide tyres. I need a nice narrow track on that. That would be cool. I'm going to leave that as it is. Clean windows. So we can have weights on the back or a 3-point link, which I think will be advantageous. Very advantageous. So door mode, door or window mode, leave on that. Colour options the same. Rim colour. Do I want to change the rim colour? Yeah, let's go for that. I'm not going to have a license plate, so take that off. So, 96,000. Let's buy that. Now, the reason for that, having a 3-point link on the back and making it a bit of a multi-tool, I've got the front reach boom, so I can grab stuff, bring it in, whatever I need to do, lift things, pallet, whatever, whatever it might be. But hopefully, I hope this is going to work. Again, it's another one of those kind of slightly zany, slightly bonkers. It's only stupid if it doesn't work. And this could be stupid. Let's go out to our equipment here. I haven't used any of the... I was going to use cable yarders, wasn't I? Haven't used any of those either. 38 grand. Oh. Oh. Anyway, because we've got that warehouse, look. What about for 45 grand, we can get ourselves one of those. Nice long reach. I think it's 12-meter reach, I want to say on that. Something like that. 3-point link mounted, so it would go on the back of the Merlot. 45 grand. Let's buy it. What we'll do now is try it. To see if I've made a horrible mistake. Lights. We've got beacon. Cool. This is going to be far more stable going up and down hills. It shouldn't slide around. I say shouldn't, but I don't know. Please attach. I might need a front weight, but you know what? If I swing that round, is that going to let me? Or let me flip over the top? So I think it's supposed to be on the front, isn't it? Can that go right the way over? Not really. Like I said, it's only stupid if it doesn't work. I bring that up like that. I can still use my boom for picking stuff. Oh, you know what? I like that. I like that a lot. That's going to take a bit of getting used to and working out how I want to operate it. We should have options on that as well. How am I moving? Oh, hang on. What have I just moved? Is that a control box? Hang on, I need to put my menu on. What's happened there? That's for that. Change cut length. So I'll take that to 8 still. There we go. Control group display settings. How do I put the turn on tree harvester? Oh, there we go. That'll work. Put a grab on the front of that. Log fork. Actually, log fork, or should I just carry on using the big bag handlers? I mean, it's working, isn't it? There is a log grab that comes with this. There are a few knocking around that do have tension straps. I might go for one of those. Let's have a look under telehandler tools. What have I got? If I've got any in here. Some of them are under wheel loader tools and you can switch them to telehandler. There's that. I'm sure that has straps, doesn't it? I've used that on Alma. It's not the best out there, but it does work. We have got, I'm looking at extensions as well. Extension for lifting, don't really need that. So what are my options here? This tool can be used. Oh, it's a translator. What have we got there? Telehandler to wheel loader tool. So that does mean we could, if we wanted to, have a look under wheel loader tools and see what we've got knocking around. There's a whole load of stuff on. Look at that. Right. So that's our new bit of kit. That's going to require a bit of fiddling around with. So I'll need to find a method, a way of how I want it to operate. But the other thing I'm going to do is probably, I'm going to keep this. Now I'm not going to need these bits now. The winch, maybe. We might keep hold of the winch. That's 3-point link attached, so I can actually take the... This doesn't come with a winch, does it? That would be cool if it did, but it doesn't, does it? Let's look at that screen thing, that adjustment for screen. That's interesting. Maybe that puts it in the cab if you want it to. Sorry. Yeah, I can keep hold of the winch, but the stump grinder can go because we've been using the mulcher. So I'll show you what I've been doing. Sorry, I'm just in my head now. My mind's ticking over what I need to be doing. Now we've gone over the next hour already, so what we should find as well is this container. You'll notice now, if we go back to here, that one there has now only got 88 litres in it. That's interesting. So it's taken the wood from there, distributed the wood from there, out to my facilities, and put 20,000 litres into the other wood container. That's curious. So you see now, look, the wood on there has gone up to 359,000 litres, and then these have literally, well, not even really topped up. It's probably just moved the tiniest amount over. Never mind, I'll show you what I've been doing. That was what I was intending to do all along. I was hoping it would get a little bit lighter, but if there is snow on the way, it's probably going to get darker again. Oh, I'm really pleased that crane works on the back of the telehandler. That's really cool. Like I say, it's just a case of now working out what I want on the front, so I can cut down trees. Because like I say, I'll show you what I've been doing at the moment. The great thing with that is if I can run some pathways out with the mulcher, I can drive that out and then I can reach out either side of the path. With the log crane, cut the trees down. If I can bring them in a little bit closer, that would be brilliant. If I can't, it's not the end of the world. And then I could use, if I want to bring logs back, if I need to bring logs back for doing wood chipping, I can then put a log grab on the front of the telehandler, and again, nice bit of reach on there. So here's what I've been doing. I shall show you. I have a trailer. This little trailer stays within the footprint. Let's get the light on. Stays within the footprint of the tracks. So I pull that along behind me with my walkways. The container does go on the trailer, but it doesn't strap down. So you have to be quite careful it doesn't go flying off when you're going up and down hills. But that's here for the moment. And then what I'm doing, if I back up for that one, put that on, hook up to my front like that. I'm going to put that back on again. So I got a little bit sidetracked. I went off at a bit of a tangent. Be careful here. I went off at a bit of a tangent here. As you can see, I came up in a straight line following the line of our boundary, and then went out an angle. I made a right mistake there. So I've come back in again, and what I have been doing, where I went along, as you can see, I've done some mulching already. I've just been marking the trees that I can cut. The ones off to the side I can't cut. So what I do is I'll get to the tree, lop the tree off, the great thing with, if I can do it right next to them, that's absolutely fine. If I can't do it right next to them, like that one over there, I'll use my little walkways. It doesn't matter here which way these fall now either. Unless I'm going to be collecting for wood chips, that's not a problem. That's my marking spray, so I bought a marking spray. If I just go out to the side a little bit, so it just gives me a little room when I come alongside. I'll stop there a second, and I can take the stumps out as well when I want it. If I then come alongside here, undo my straps like that, grab a board off like that. I can put a board out to a tree, or two boards, or three boards. I've got a bit of length there to be coping with. I might need to put a second one. Oh no, we might be alright. It's a process, like I say, and because I've now moved on with my process because of those little warehouses, it's changing, it's ever evolving, and now I've got the telehandler. I can work out how I'm going to do it again. Now the other thing I was doing using this warehouse, I was going out, I was putting it down, pressing L3. I don't need to put it down, I can press L3, still carrying it. So if I walk up now, L3, stored. Come up alongside. Did that take the other one as well? Oh yeah, because it fell that way. Come up to that one, L3, stored, and I'd go along, bump, bump, bump either side, and work out my boundary all the way around. Then once I've worked out my boundary all the way around, I can then begin cutting my way through, cutting sections, using the same process, mulch on my way out, Anything that I can't reach, I can use the boards. But now I've got the telehandler, I can mulch some pathways out, drive out with the telehandler, and I can reach out either side to cut the trees down, and then I can reach out with the boom as long as I can turn at enough of an angle, so I'm going to have to mulch myself slightly wider pathways. And then the same thing. I mean, I could even probably, without using these, I could walk out on the boom holding this container and just collect. Yeah. It's not realistic using this container, I know that. I never said this series was going to be realistic, I just said the floor is lava. I'm just making it work, and like I say, if it snows, if the snow honks down and hits the ground, I've got a cover. The ground is covered and I can just whiz out and just get to work. Especially with my new tree harvester, we should be golden. So I'm going to do a couple more like this. I'm going to have a bit of a fiddle around with the telehandler and see if I can, like I say, work out a little bit of a process. And the good thing with this as well, because this grinds stumps as well, anything like that, they're in the way, as we make our track a little bit wider going out. Now this one, I think I might have gone at a funny angle because that one won't let me mark the tree. So I know that's not on my boundary. So if we look on the map, you'll see as well on here, which is a curiosity. Here, if we look at the boundary comes along and then goes in and back out again. So we're at that point where it's going in. And then we've got this rock bit here and then a bit out on the top. And then it swings round out to the side there. So we've got a funny little, you know, I've done it all the way around there. So I'm just doing this bit out now, out to the boundary, out on there and back down. Then my boundaries are set. And then it's just a case of just cracking on with whatever I want to do after that. So, continuing on. Here's the order of the day. Let's go back a little bit. There we go. And what I've been doing is some of the trees that are closer to my facilities, those are the ones that I've been cutting down and collecting for wood chip. I don't want to be, I mean, obviously the further out we get, we will get to a point I am going to have to be moving larger quantities from further away for wood chip. But as it stands at the moment, any that are closer, I'm using those for wood chip because it just makes life a little bit easier. I didn't have to take it actually, I didn't have to take it all the way back. I could have just left it where it was, but anyway. The sun's coming up, it looks like we're getting a little bit lighter. That's nearly 10 o'clock in the morning. And the days are flying by. Done. Done. Back on the trailer. Track down and onwards. When I get to the rock, I'm not too bothered about that as well. I've been walking on rock rather than cutting a path. I could cut a path, but I probably don't need to. Will it cut a path onto the rock? I think it does, doesn't it? Whoa, this thing still does not like hills at all. Especially when you've got the trailer on the back as well. Can prove challenging, let's just say that. Slow down, slow down, slow down. If that trailer jackknifes and it goes off the edge, I lose the trailer and I've got to buy another one. It's only 1,800 to be fair. I know I keep saying I'll see you in a minute and then I keep talking. It's 11:34. I've put my container down here. I have tried one. I have bought an adapter to wheel loader, and I've got the wheel loader log fork. I might switch over to the big bag handler. That's if I need to move logs. At the moment, I don't need to. I was looking at adapters to see whether or not, I think there's one that goes telescopic to 3-point, I think. So I could technically put the mulcher on the front of this and still continue what the skid steer loader's doing. It just means doing a couple of passes, because I'm thinking the mulcher might be, especially having the narrow tyres, or narrower tyres, it could still work. Anyway, as you've seen, I've cleared my path. What I've also done, up the hill here, I've gone across and I've gone across the top there. I've got to this point. Unfortunately, that bit there, that's as far up the map as you can go. You can't go, although it shows you own all that, you can't actually go any further than that line. But also, my plot of land now heads south. So what I've got to do is make a turn, head back down until I hit that one. I've cleared everything down to there, and that'll give me my boundary all the way around. Then everything else inside of that can be cut. That's the plan. So what I'm going to do now, start this up, lights on. I'm going to reverse through using this because it'll work better. Just because of the angle of everything. Now, certain ones I could reach. I can reach some from the road and that kind of thing. But this, again, this is the sort of proof of concept. So what I should be able to do, again, I need this wide enough so I can put these down and it doesn't touch anything it shouldn't touch. And then that's come around that way. Open it up. We are set on 8 metre cut lengths. I don't technically need to. I'm going to be using the thingamajig, you know what I mean. The warehouse. I don't technically need to make any more cuts, but I suppose just for ease of keeping it tidy. So if I want to, I can, but I don't need to. Obviously what I've done now, just realised I've put that across the track where I need to drive, but it does mean that I don't need to use the boards. Is it quicker than using the saw and the boards? I don't know. I mean, I suppose time will tell on that. I'll probably just leave these by the side of the track moving forward, actually. Make sure I put that down somewhere, I'm not going to lose it. There we go. We're up to, what was that on? 100 and, well, it'd be a little bit more now. We have got in that one 115,686 litres, and the other one just went past another hour. So that little bit that was in there has distributed again. So everything else is still merrily chugging away. I will need to do, I think I am still going to have to, especially for that one, the charcoal, the coal factory. I think, I mean, I've still got a load of logs down there, but I think every now and again I might do a few cuts. Oh, here we go, snow starting. It may not settle. I mean, it's showing clouds straight after, so potentially, I mean, we can check the weather, can't we? Wouldn't hurt, would it? Just have a look at what we're looking at. Snow 11 and 12. I wouldn't have thought it's going to settle. It'll probably just, and the temperature goes up to 4 degrees. So even if it did, it'll probably go not long after. I don't think we're going to get a blanket. So yeah, I mean, this, is it faster? Probably not. I suppose that. But it does mean I don't have to use those boards anymore. It's another step in the right direction. I mean, that's the thing about it. Let's put that down a little bit. But it does mean we've got a tree harvester for very little money as well. Whereas, like I said before, my rule is we can't lease anything. Why are we not? Interesting. Just need to be a little bit higher up it. And I can, if I wanted to, just leave it there, really. No. Oh, that was close. That could have dragged us off the side. If that had dragged us off the side, I would have lost that entire piece of machinery. That's not good. Oh, that was close. Right, I'm going to fold those up out of the way just to go through that gap. Come down again. There we go. I'm liking it. I am liking it. As long as I keep the timber close to the track, I can use my warehouse to collect it. It's a hybrid telehandler, tree harvester, forwarder, all in one. For a lot less money than all three of those things. It does also mean if I want to use the telehandler then for anything else, and if I can switch attachments around, we can. I haven't just got a tree harvester, I haven't just got a forwarder, I've got a bit of everything. Just pop it off to the side, there we go. Excellent, right, and with the snow honking down, I think that's where I'm going to leave this one. I can't stop smiling. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, and it has. So that's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to bring that crane back round just over the top to avoid any tilting or any problems. Let's get that up out of the way. Just hop out onto there. Go and grab my little warehouse. I forgot this bit as well. Boom, go on. Thank you very much. That's gone, that's gone. And that one there. Oh, I can't reach that one. That one a little bit too far. So maybe I am going to need, mind you, I suppose with the grab, I can't remember if that grab has got tension straps or not. Because it's a telescopic arm, I can always reach out and grab that, or at least drag it back into a position where I can reach it. I suppose I could still do with some boards, but I don't want to go any further forward than that. Right, so as I say, I told you it would grey over. I really am going to leave it there this time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.